Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to see how to create dynamic charts. Something like this, where you just select the month from a drop down and the data has to update automatically. For our example, I have already created a data set. This data set simply shows the sales value for 4 different cars in certain months. Now I'm just showing the sales value. I've just created the attribute over here. The first step is we will change this to a table. To change any dataset into a table, hit Ctrl T. Ensure that you check this one so that we have got headers over here. Hit OK. Now we've got the table over here. Let's create a drop down of the months. To create a drop down, go to data, hit data validation. We need the list and we need the months at the drop down. Drag it, hit OK. We got the months. Now sales is the attribute that has to go into the graph. So let me bring the attribute over here. To bring the attribute, I'm doing a simple VLOOKUP. Or you can just, because I have just one, I could also do a simple sales. I can just write a sales, but I'm just doing a VLOOKUP so that if you have multiple attributes, you can follow this. Lookup value is the month. The table array is gonna be the entire table. The attribute for our example is column number 2. So I'm going to, and I need the exact match. It gives an NA because this is blank. Give any month and then the sales is gonna pop up. Now comes the interesting aspect. We will be using offset function for the dynamic charts. Offset for starters may be a bit complex, but once you understand the concept, it is very simple and it comes handy in a lot of situations. What does an offset function do? Offset function keeps a base or a reference value, and then you can dictate the system to move places up or down, left or right, and from there it will return the value or a reference or an array. Let's see an example. Let's say we have kept January as a reference value. For instance, we need to have the April month sales data for all the 4 cars. Now April is here, so you will tell the Excel to move 3 steps down. So the rows will be 3, so it comes 3 steps down. Where is the sales data from? From the second column onwards. So basically it has to move 2 columns to the right. So you say 2. Now comes the output. How many rows it has to output? 1, because we are just saying the sales data for a particular month. So I give 1 as the height, the rows. How many columns it has to return? 4, because we need the sales for 4 different cars. So I give 4. Boom, it comes. So the April sales data for 4 different cars have come over here. So to reiterate, it keeps the reference data. In our case it was January. We wanted the April month's output, so we told the system to come down 3 steps. We want the sales data for 4 different cars, so we told the system to move 2 steps to the right, and we told the system to return 1 row because it's 1 month data, and we told the system to return 4 columns, which is the 4 cars sales data. That's it. In our case, this 3 is the one which is the dynamic value, because the 3 is nothing but the month, which is going to be dynamic based on the value which we select over here, right? Now let's use a match function to replace this 3. So what are we going to match? We are going to match this value. For some reason it's not coming. I'll just do it again. We're going to oops, let me try once. We're going to match this. The lookup is gonna be in this entire array and we need the exact match. So what we have July, and it says July is in the 8th row. July is in the 8th row, but unfortunately we have a header over here, right? So ideally this should be 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So let's decrement it by 1. So this gives 7. Let's replace this. Before that, I'll make everything as an absolute reference so that we are not worried about which one this is gonna choose, right? Let's copy this and replace with 3 in our offset function. Now this gives you the value based on what we select over here. Now go to October, then it gives a different value, right? Now if you notice for Eagle Die, though it is October, though we have decremented, it still shows November, because we need to ask the system to come down from January. So we have decremented 1 for the month, we need to decrement 1 for the reference value as well. So let's decrement by 2. Now you get October, the October data has come. Again, let me make it absolute reference so that we are not worried about anything. Okay. Now for the ease, I am just making this particular offset as a name manager so that in the formula I can just give the name. So go to formulas, name manager. Let's create a new one. I will give the name as range 01 and let me paste it over here. Yeah. So the entire function has been substituted by a simple name range 01. Now let's create a simple graph. For the ease again, let me go select the first row and insert a clustered column. Let's move the column into the second sheet so that it is clean. Now let's change the data. Right click, select data, go and change the series. So the series name is gonna be your monthly attribute, and then the series value is the offset function which we created. I'm just removing this and just writing the name. That's the whole idea of creating a name manager, so that we don't have to write the entire function, just give the name over here, and that's it. You change and the value changes. That's all, friends. I hope you like this video. If you like, please share this video and please stay tuned for more videos on Excel. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good day.